Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion. My recent trip to the West Coast started by a stop in Las Vegas to see Tears for Fears and also to go to the Sphere for The Wizard of Oz. Another reason was to meet up with a gentleman that I'd met years ago on some quad music or quad records forums named Quad Bob. He's got the second largest quad collection in the U.S. for sure, if not the world. And it was interesting to see all that he has and what it makes up about the history of multi-channel music. So his collection has LPs, 8-tracks, and reel-to-reel tapes. Along with that, a collection of multi-channel digital media, and those are becoming more and more popular even now, and a great value. You can get a disc with a Dolby Atmos mix, a 5.1 mix, possibly a 4.0 mix, which is the original quad, and then a stereo mix, all on one disc for under $30. So it's not dead totally. And there even have been a couple of quad albums that have been released in the last 10 years or so. But most of it is history from the 70s and 80s. But the reel-to-reel tapes were extremely interesting. So join me now as we take a tour in the basement of the quadraphonic world of Quad Bob. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and this is Quad Bob Herndon. Hey, Bob.
Hi.
Thanks. Hey, you've been a great host these few days, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to show everybody kind of what you've got going on here. So why don't you start the tour?
Well, welcome to the Quad Vault. And starting with, I'm a big fan of Jim Fosgate and everything he did for surround sound. So this is his home theater sign from his home theater in Heber, Utah, that now covers the entrance to the Quad Vault.
Ah, beautiful. All right, we're heading downstairs to the Quad Dungeon. I want to show this a picture on the right here. Alan Parsons.
Oh, yes.
When Bob has seen Alan Parsons several times, met him, backstage passes there. Bob's just run across a lot of people in the industry over these 50 years?
Yes, 50 years is quad.
There's tons of stories to be told, but let's see what he's got down here. Equipment, and a bench.
Being an engineer, I dabble in restoring, and I'm known for restoring the quadraphonic equipment. Mostly Sansui, but also Jim Fosgate stuff, the Tate, Space and Image Composer, all the various quadraphonic decoders. And I specialize mostly in Sansui, but in my spare time when I want to relax, I'm on the bench, I'm soldering, I'm working on various pieces. This just happens to be a local Quad Guys Sansui integrated amp I'm finishing up now. And this is my bench area.
You've got some Fosgate meters up there, right?
Yeah,
we were talking about
some
that.
of these were from Jim's estate. And I went, yes, I'd love his test equipment because I can use it. And then parts and supplies and manuals.
Gotta have manuals, gotta have schematics.
Right. And various pieces in progress.
Gotcha. That's a monster receiver right there.
Oh yeah, this is a Sansui
G22000.
Belongs to a local Las Vegas.
Actually, two pieces, folks. There's the front is on the right there with the silver, and the second part is on the left, and they marry together to make. And they're basically monoblocks, right?
Yes, 220 watts per channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back in what year was that approximately?
79.
79.
Right after the quad years. And actually built on the same assembly line as the Sansui QRX 9001.
The 23 line.
Yep. So.
Well, let's see your equipment. You got a lot of discs here too, of course.
This I call my quadraphonic system from hell, mainly because it's so complicated that even I forget how to operate it sometimes. But It's basically the TX stereo reel, two Sansui quad reels, JVC's last CD4 demodulator for quadradisc, CD450, the Akai CR80 DSS Q8 deck. Back up to the top, Sansui SR929 turntables, one for CD4 and one for everything else. This piece here is another pride of my collection. Jim Fosgate handmade these in 2003. It's a 8-channel tube preamp and Dolby Pro Logic 2 decoder. And he built 50 of these. This is number 10 of the 50.
And John built the meters up there, buddy John.
Oh, yeah, yes. John Irvine from Quad Fella in Texas, good friend of mine. I designed it, and he did the work on it to adapt this 8-channel meter rack mount into unbalanced RCA jacks, and it gives me the ability to switch this tube preamp in or out of my system with one button. One switch. I can drop it in or take it out or bring it in and use the tube preamp instead of the solid state preamp.
Wonderful.
Yep. And then here, what we call the big four of the quadraphonic decoders. Sansui QSD 1000, the QSD 1, the Fosgate Tate 2, and the Audionic Space and Image Composer. And everything that's vintage here, I've restored myself. So it's all rebuilt, all works perfectly.
Yeah, and this unit on top that's got that orangish light, that's the 1000, the QSD 1000. And it can do to stereo in synthesizer mode some amazing back channel work to make it sound like it was meant to be quad. I was stunned by what I heard this weekend.
Sansui, Dr. Ito, in charge of quadraphonic for Sansui, designed and built this in 1985, long after quad was dead, as the ultimate statement of variomatrix technology. And to this day, nothing surpasses it for synthesizing stereo into quad. And so it's my go-to.
Gotcha. Yeah. What are the DBXs for here?
The DBXs, because I started building this system in the 80s, expanding it, the 400Xs are simply tie the whole system together. So I can punch in or out whatever decoder I want. I can record or copy from any source to any other source. It ties everything all together.
And two of them, one on the left and right, are for 2-channel each, correct?
Yeah, they're stereo. So you've basically got front channels, back channels.
Gotcha.
So I can do 4 channels this way, all the way through. And then the other components, of course, are the DBX noise reduction, DBX dynamic range expanders, source noise reduction, and EQs, which I pretty much only use now on really poor sources like bootleg pressings, or 8-tracks. Some of the 8-tracks can certainly use help with dynamic range. And then my pride and joy, a restored Sansui QRX 999 quadraphonic receiver.
It's a beautiful unit, isn't it? Colors
Yep.
and oh my gosh.
And I came up with this LED conversion to try and keep it looking as original as possible, but have LEDs because you can no longer get the original lights.
Yes.
And,
beautiful.
And it works great. This particular unit, I actually restored in 2002, and we've been listening to it all weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And then the bottom section here is my digital section. So this is where the heart of 2 Oppo players, a 203 and a 105. I use the 203 for the theater for 4K and the 105 for listening.
For audio discs. And then we have our friend, Mr.
Noel
Lee, his Power Monster. What I don't know how many outlets are on that thing, but it's definitely for power filtration, right?
Yep.
And conditioning.
For me, it simply allows me to turn the whole system on and off with one button.
Yep.
Which is just good convenience.
Sure.
And then another QD 5500. This is Sansui's integrated amp from 1969, their first solid state amp, the AU 999, and I use it to drive my center channel for 5.1.
Gotcha.
And then a TAC V 909 RX cassette deck which I rarely have ever used. It's basically just filling the hole. Come over to here. My freshly restored now Sony 854-4, TC 854-4, 4-channel quad reel. And the great thing about this is it's a 10-inch 4-channel quad deck, 3 speeds. It'll do 3 3/4, 7.5, and 15. So I can play copies of masters on it. And then the Technique scope, quad scope. And then this is a fairly unusual piece, the JVC memory meter. That's a 4-channel plasma display of your sound field.
And it shows the sound field coming from the corners inward toward the listener.
Yes.
Which is the opposite of the scope above, of course.
Yep.
So, beautiful.
And then if you look behind here, we'll come back, this wall is all quadraphonic. And I don't know, and I don't have my classicals down here yet. I've got boxes of classical quad. So this whole wall is all quadraphonic pressings. And I've got basically the rock pop, what I call elevator music, which is all the Japanese CD4s of various artists and various orchestras. And then American easy listening, everything from Longines Symphonette to Enoch Light. And then the bottom eventually will be all the classicals in here. Okay. And if you sweep around this way, you get into my Q8 collection, quadraphonic 8 tracks. And
oh goodness. There are a lot of these.
And the one I really like is if you pan up, you'll see RCA's sales rack for Q8s. And all the Q8s in that rack are still sealed.
Really?
So, yep. So if you were going to go buy a Q8 in 1973, that's what it would look like.
And these LPs are stereo, I guess, huh?
I got a little Beatles collection filling in. Yeah, until it gets evicted. But yeah, as a sideline, I'm really the quadraphonic collector, but I can't pass up a good Beatles album either. So
yeah, I see a few of them up there. I know you had some MoFis I saw.
Oh, yeah. And then this cabinet I had built way back when my collection was small, and I designed it for records here. That side's for reels, and this side was actually made for cassettes and 8 tracks. And now I just keep my MoFis and audiophile stereo pressings in here. And
some more 8 tracks, Q8s up here.
Yes, this is the rock pop section.
Okay.
There's almost 500 of them.
And the towers on the speakers, they are what? They are 5.1?
All multi-channel, 4.0 and 5.1, SACD, DVD audio, Blu-ray, and our own what we call conversions, which is where we've taken a original quadraphonic format and turned it into a DVD audio or a DTS CD.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you have a center channel behind that, and that screen is...
Yeah, this screen is acoustically neutral, and this is my stereo record collection, and my center channel is a pair of Heresies in mono, driven by the AU999. And then the 4 main speakers are Klipsch Scalas.
Okay.
And my other tower, again, SACD, DVD audio, multi-channel. This is stereo reels, and these two all the way down are quadraphonic reels. So, and the lower section there is multi-channel DVDs.
Wow.
So,
a lot of material.
yep.
Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate the tour.
All right.
Thanks. Take care.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Enjoy the music. Enjoy quad.
Thank you. Have it, Quad Bob's world, so to speak. Very interesting. A lot of history, a lot of stories. Bob has been involved even with some of the record labels who have been searching for quad material that they can't seem to find, and he has it. So thanks again, Bob, for the hospitality. As always, thanks for watching the channel today. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so by clicking on the bell. A thumbs up or like is appreciated, as are your comments. And you can join as a member for $4.99 a month. There's a lot of extras that come with that, including daily videos. So as always, thanks for watching here at the Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion, and